Alright, hello everybody, welcome to VRML. I'm Palidore here on the casting and cams, and we're about to get started with this match between Heatwave and Vortex. So to everyone joining us in the chat today, and on the VOD later on, thank you for doing so. Hello to Steel Skydiver, diving on in, Supreme Buns, jumping on in. The only meh, unenthusiastically hopping on in. And Grumpiest Brew, angrily jumping in. But yes, Vortex and Heatwave. We actually just saw Vortex yesterday, had them streamed. Heatwave, it's been a little while, so glad to get them back here on the stream. Teams have been pinged, and they're ready to go as they please. This will be our one singular match here on the stream for the moment, but got more on the way throughout the night, of course, as is usually the case. And yeah, so a little later on, about an hour from now, we also have Iron Legends and Full Metal Jacket, as well as Midnights versus Phoenix. And an hour after that, we have Kangarillas versus Team Joker, and I am thrilled for that one, of course. But I'm also thrilled for this one, and we are on course to start. No encores, because again, just the beginning. JJ Zelt. What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the Twitch. Welcome to the stream. So who's everyone going for in this one? Got Heatwave, got Vortex. We've got the first joust underway. So taken here first by Albino Paper and sending it over to the Neon Phoenix. And that's a great way to get on the board for them. So Heatwave up by 2 immediately. Rolling with a roster of, well, have a look-see. Cakester on the subs. So Cakester, player from VRML prior. Season 1 was on Chaos, and now trying to cause some of that right here. Just as I say that, don't tell me we have a restart already. I think we have a restart already. What's happening this week, folks? What's happening? I'm sorry, that's probably making some of you guys sick. So, yep, teams obviously communicating about something there, so you know what? Yeah, so a restart, no doubt, about to be underway. Tech timeout. It's going to happen. It's been happening very frequently this week. Very frequently. What's going on, man? What is going on? Well, alas, was there an update that I'm unaware of? Don't think anything happened on the PC end of things, so was there a Quest-specific update? Or how's it going? And why did he throw in the score? Don't think it's going to count. I'm sure that was just because they were too lazy to go back into the spawn tunnel, so they just did that so they went and respawned and could hit the reset. So, that being said, let me check out when that score was before. The first one, that is, not the 3, was 2 points up for Heatwave. And it was scored at 9:43. So I'll let those teams, let the teams know just in case they're unaware. But okay, well, we'll see what they do here. Anyways, I'll let the teams know that this, the time, the score, all that good stuff. And JJ saying, not that I know of in terms of the Quest update. Okay, just wondering because it's been almost what's the word? Like too conspicuous of a thing lately. The last few days now have been pretty iffy, must admit, as far as getting these issues. I mean, it's gonna occur here and there, but just lately it seems like even more so than you'd be typically used to. So I don't know. Hopefully that gets fixed soon, but no worries. Again, we don't have anything impending immediately. Not another match scheduled until an hour from now, or I guess 55 minutes or so. But yeah. JJ asking, does anyone know how good Phoenix is? Terrible. Not the player, the city. Because I live here, and it is stupid hot. My AC can't catch up. Can't keep up. So I'm just boiling constantly. But anyway, all right, we're back and underway here. So first joust, or I guess first offensive joust here coming in from Vortex. But it's going to go to Cakester here, bottom of the floor, being taken and sent back to the reset of Sid. Now trying to go for a clear there, perhaps. So it's just going to bounce right back to Cakester, going across the floor to collect the disc. By the trench, flying by, will be taken out and now sent right through the sky there, sailing off the wall and awaiting the hands perhaps here of Sid. But never mind, because Sid just got those hands, but not the ones he wanted. He got them from all the other team, brawling him out. Now coming in here, it's Vortex. It's a Versal. No rehearsal needed. Causing some trouble there on the goal, and it's a 2-point tie up here. About a minute and 10 seconds into this game. But yeah, really nice shot there. Still giving the compliments. And let's see what they do here. Now, Heatwave rolling out. It's Sid losing that disc. It looks like maybe a few different players converging all at once, and Neon Phoenix doing a good job to brawl out Salvo right here, just to help enable the rebound from Sid. So Albino trying to go over there on that pass, but stunned out was Phoenix. That's okay though, because Sid is there along the way. Now getting stunned as well. So high it goes, and by it goes right by the midline defender, and now just trying to buy themselves a stack. So players all once again boosting across the floor, trying to converge on it, but some punches and stuns coming through will be taken here by Salvo. Now Salvo right on across to Versal, but Cakester taking a soft boost, trying to get that disc back. Here is Shane. Shane, oh, on the play, getting the save, but it'll still float in. Oh, that was such a nice grab from Sid as well, but the momentum really had no choice but to immediately tap that out, because he was floating backwards into the goal as it was. So that was a really nice try, a really, really nice try from Sid there to get it out. Just unfortunately going through that goal a little bit too hot. So alas, it's going to go right back to the left lane here and up to the top pocket. It will be taken by Salvo now. So Salvo maybe looking for some back-to-back goals for their team, but nope, Heatwave claiming that disc and going long, but it's a rebound, or a grab rather, out of the air from Bob. So Bob sending it to the other side here. Two players, one from either team converging on each other. A nice shield from Shane. And Shane going to roll up the floor here, duck underneath. Gonna be hit, though, by that punch, so good job from Albino to keep up with him. That said, coming out of the stun now, they're going to go for that clear, go for that boost, actually, and now recover on that clear. Not for too long, though, so there's Heatwave knocking it out, but then slapping it out was Versal. Now up to the top here. It's going to be taken by Sid, rolling up the floor. We have a teammate at either cloud. Now diving on in, but diving out was the defense there. You had Salvo, you had Versal, and great job to just bother those lanes and not allow them the easy open passes. Jay Giselle asking what channel the Midnight game is on. You can check on, hold on, the bounce shot by Bob Kerman going to be taken out by him. That is the same. You can check on the Echo Arena VRML website match pages. If you hover over the little Twitch logo next to the match, it should tell you what channel it is on. Off the top of my head, I believe that's on channel 1, but just yeah, for future reference, you can check it by hovering over that Twitch logo. That said, over here, Sid will go, but nothing there, except a slap right back out by Bob Kerman. So continuing to play some pretty good defense here. Vortex are up by 2, and they're causing some trouble, not really allowing the offensive Heatwave to get too much going at this point after that first shot to open the round. Now Heatwave slapping it back. And Heatwave on the offense. But waving goodbye is Bob Kerman again with a clear. So Bob's gotten an awful lot of those so far, doing a lot of good work. Getting those clears and just, again, being in the right position for those grabs. That said, a grab there and a handoff, in fact. Cakester getting that and just going to redirect around the barrier. And now looking for that pass. So again, Cakester bringing in some additional experience. Substituting here on Heatwave. But Heatwave still looking for their second points, their second goal. And it will not come, at least not right away. Out of the stun, actually, Neon Phoenix just has to sling it to the side, had no momentum. Gets it over there, though, trying to hit him back on the pass. Working right past the hands, though, of Albino Paper. That said, a good recovery here. Albino Paper getting it, but again, the dive defense from Vortex, pretty strong in this round. You see a lot of these passes and plays trying to go the way right outside the bubble, but then there's just someone there for Vortex to bother it, stun them out, steal the disc, get the clear, and they're not going to miss on the other end there with the open goal conceded. It's 7 points for Vortex. good start for them. And only Matt saying more crashes when you're playing Link for combat. Could it be that? Not sure. Not sure. I'm not too well versed in the Link, so I'm not couldn't really say for sure if that's a cause. I wouldn't think so, but nonetheless, up high, it's going to be grabbed by Sid, and Sid trying to get over here to eventually Neon Phoenix, maybe about to grab it, but Bob with another stun has had a lot of those again. Just Bob and the great positioning, English, to get the disc back here and get them set up on another play, maybe. They're already ahead by 5 points. There's 3:46 remaining as some stuns go out once more. And just slowly up the floor trying to get that back is Neon Phoenix, and they'll do so. So Neon Phoenix trying to eye on the goal, but right off the eye of Bob. So the Hawkeye from Bob at that. Just the perfect place, perfect timing, and right outside it goes again. So indeed, poggers from Jay, and maybe on this play they'll get some piece of cake. Nope, that's a mistake because look, albino paper. Got a paper tear in there, but you know what? He's back, so maybe just activated the Oculus button on accident. Who knows? Was out for a moment, but not a moment too soon. They need to get back in on the disc here, trying to recover. 3 minutes left, and they still are being held scoreless now these last, I don't know, 6-7 minutes it seems like, for the side of Heatwave, that is. But Vortex, they're going to score again here after a minute and a half since the last joust. And that's, what, 3 or 4 in a row. So Vortex getting it going. But yeah, that stall earlier on, who was that? Albino Paper. Not sure, I mean, I guess if, could have been a soft crash. I just assume usually if the player kind of phases out for a minute and then comes back in without actually leaving the game. Usually it's just my assumption that they accidentally hit the Oculus menu or something, universal menu, but maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong. Not quite sure how it is with a Quest, but at least on the PC side of things, usually if there was a crash, they're gone. They're out that server. But that said, it'll be recovered here by Cakester. Cakester just winding around a little bit of a windmill juke and cannot find the oop right off the head or the hands there of one of the Vortex players. But up to the nest, Cakester again, and that's going to go in right into the goal, and finally finding their second score. Took a while, but they're going to be very glad to get that one here to bring it back within 5 points. So still 2 minutes, or a little less than 2 minutes, but you know, 5-point disadvantage, that's not too much to overcome, especially if they can use that goal they just scored to gather a little bit of that momentum, find some of that strength, and take it into this crunch time for the first round. Now, taking it here is Bob Kerman, and Bob will send it deep down, but Neon taking it over. It's going to bounce down to the trench here where it's collected by Salvo. Now, Salvo might have a little bit of an angle, trying to go for it, but maybe 1 second too late on that. Window had closed. So closing off now, Neon Phoenix trying to go for that clear, but into the midfield. It's going to be taken back here by Shane. Shane now another open window. Could it be off that corner? Almost. See a lot of players starting to take more of those shots lately. So whether that one was for sure on purpose or not, I couldn't tell you with 100% confidence, but I can tell you with confidence that sometimes from those upper angles where the nest is cutting off your angle too much, players will go for those corner hits to actually try and find that angle. That said, trying to tangle with the goalkeeper. It's Salvo getting that disc and dumping it in. 11 points for Vortex to Heatwave's 4. And I see. Okay, so overheating perhaps. So that's definitely unfortunate. Granted, I haven't played a ton of Echo on the Quest lately. Luckily, I haven't experienced that, but I do not doubt your words either. So either or. Luckily, we didn't have to expend any more timeouts or anything like that. But with 10 seconds left in this round, and one more stun and steal, it's looking like. Well, hold on. Gonna say it's looking like indeed the victory here. No more scores going in, so 11-4 in round 1, favoring Vortex. So for Heatwave, maybe just getting warmed up here. Of course, anytime you have sub situations. Now, granted, Cakester, very talented sub without a doubt. Again, a lot of lot of game time echo experience and VRML Season 1 experience, preseason as well. So, but anytime, you know, you have roster alterations, because I did, you know, you do tend to have an adjustment period, you know, so I'm curious if that's playing a part. Maybe they'll come through looking more glued together in the second round after that adjustment period. And just as well, you do see teams, sometimes it takes them a few minutes to get into the game. You know, they got that first score really early on for Heatwave, but then it took them another 6, 7, 8 minutes to score again. But, you know, once they did, like I said, maybe they can use some of that to come back in the next round a bit stronger. The differential overall, not that much. You know, 11-4. It's not close, but it's not far either, you know? It's not blowout territory, so they can still have a successful second round. Wouldn't be a surprise to see. And, of course, as always, we're cheering for it. Get those round 3s. So, teams readying up, and perhaps credit to Cakester, if nothing else. They remembered to actually reset the times. I almost never do. But, yes, they got the times correct. And we're going to go and get set for the second round here. Princess saying, put your headset in the freezer if it overheats. Well, I don't know enough about that to say it's wrong, but I don't know. Couldn't hurt, though. No, actually, it probably could. I wouldn't recommend that. Condensation or something. Words. Science. Anyways, right here, the appliance. That is applying the pressure defensively here as it gets stolen right back from Cakester. Cakester going up high there. Taking it is Neon Phoenix and finds it there into the goal. Heatwave. Good shots and the good plays to start it off.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So Princess there calling round 2. Going to be closer. 3-point match. Favoring Vortex. You got the only meh favoring as well, but a 6-point differential. Well, let's see. You know what? Everyone loves a good underdog story, at least in the context of this. And the Twitch chat, Heatwave perhaps underdogs here, but you know what? Being the caster that I am, as always is the case, I'm going to cheer the underdogs, whoever they are, in a minute-to-minute situation. You know, if Heatwave starts pulling ahead, I'm going to start cheering for Vortex there in the third round. That's just how it goes. I just want entertainment. Nonetheless, over here, though, it will be Cakester and Sid going for the grabs, a short boost, and chaining down the floor now, and just evading the hands of that other stack there from Vortex. It's going to bounce low and be taken by the side. But some punches now. Salvo snags that disc after the stun. And going for that side pass, that crossover, but unable to find the teammate. So Cakester now some good boosts. Oh, some good jukes. Putting in the moves, putting in the bounces, but unfortunately Salvo is there. But you see what I mean? Cakester, the guy knows how to game. Rest assured. Nonetheless, it's going to bounce here towards the bottom of the floor. Cakester right back, and is going to hit it off that side wall and deep into the blue zone. Now watch out. That's a hot stack coming in from Neon Phoenix, and they're right on for the 4th point. There it is. 2-goal lead now, and already in just, what, the first minute and a half or 2 minutes now, they've already matched their scoring output from round 1. It took them just about the full 10 minutes to find 4 points. But now they've already got it here just a few minutes in. So good stuff from the side of Heatwave. And there it goes again. So the momentum firmly in their favor. That said, the shot a little bit off favor. Now need to just wrangle that disc and see if they can get a rebound, but definitely you can feel those momentum shifts. Albino Paper being an absolute pest there, hanging on to the ankles and biting them and just waiting for that punch. Just enough to get himself the disc now, and now they're going to play this patience. You got the shoulder pass, the cloud pass. I like what I'm seeing here from Heatwave as they send it over there to the side. It's Sid trying to find his teammate in stride now. A lot of sauce on that pass. It's going to be grabbed, but then right back here to Neon Phoenix, but not on the goal. It's taken out here by, actually Cakester, and Cakester setting it back. A nice pass, actually, to the goal. 6 points for Heatwave. Got a little bit of dubstep disc in there, as I do like to say, but it came back, and they got the goal eventually. That's just my go-to when I see the disc phasing in and out. I just think, I don't know, feel like dropping the beat. That's all. Anyway. Bob Kerman here on the launch. They are scoreless currently, and a bit too much strength maybe on that rollout, so taken back by Cakester. Cakester going to eye down this goal, no doubt. and will not find the results they wanted, but it was a good attempt here, as could have put them up by 9 points. But nonetheless, going to be taken up high here on the top. Phoenix now dropping down, looking for, oh, look at that pass, that dunk. That was most definitely intentional there. Kind of baiting out the goalie to try maybe dive on it. So, I mean, it still could have gone either way, but that's a really nice play. Phoenix to paper. Albino, that is. White hot. Albino hot. All right, so, oh, a wild Andy W has appeared. And a wild something else has also appeared. I mean, I saw a blink. Is there another spec in this game? I hope not, but putting on the specs and getting the deflection, the rejection that is. It's Sid. Oh, good. How are you, Andy? For those who didn't see, Andy, his first cast along with Rocks, going to happen here in Season 2 really soon, about 40 minutes or so. So that's going to be fun. I'm almost jealous, in fact, as a shot gets saved by Bob Kerman. I'm jealous of Rocks because he gets the cast with Andy. Or vice versa, I'm jealous of Andy because he also gets the cast with Rocks. Why am I not casting with you? We need a 3-man crew. Right there, though, it's going to be safe on that 2-point attempt. Bob Kerman going through with some contempt. So, nice saves again. That's going to bounce awfully close off that barrier. Could it be? Nope, not quite. But grabbed out of the bottom of the floor here. Albino taking it. And now just waiting, biding the time. 4 minutes, 46 seconds left. And just kidding, of course. Not about the jealousy, but of the 3-man thing. They got subtlety camming, but I'll be over on this, I think, yeah, this channel still. And we'll be casting Full Metal Jacket versus Iron Legends. So that's flat out right. I'm happy to cast that as well because that's an also much hyped match. Got a lot of votes and excited for that. But also excited for the cast between Andy and Rocks. And nonetheless, right now trying to rock the rim, but no, stealing it out. But then back again, it's Cakester. Gonna dive and gonna strive for the goal. 10 points. So I think Heatwave, they heard those Twitch connoisseurs there at the beginning of the round, and they said, nope, we're just gonna shut them out now. Looking maybe good for a round 3. We'll see. But yeah, Vortex just finding themselves a bit discombobulated right now. And yeah, trying to just find some of that strength they had in that first round. I mean, 11-4 for Vortex in round 1. But now it's just gone the complete opposite direction. That said, right into the right direction. Oh, man, Cakester. That was great, sir. 10-13 now, actually. 13 points, that is. And Heatwave, they have been riding this wave since the very beginning of round 2. What more can you say? That was a really nice fling from Cakester. I mean, threw that with confidence. Didn't even look worried whatsoever. That was just out of there and into the goal. All right, so round 3 looking more and more likely with one shot here. Attempted, but Salvo unable to convert. So instead, Cakester right back again. Needs to be careful because defense is hiding there in the back line. They avoid the first guy. Don't avoid the second one, though. And Versal right up to the top where it's recovered here by Bob. So Bob trying to do just that. Not only bobbing for apples, but bobbing for points. But unfortunately, they cannot get that. So Sid will instead going up there towards the cloud area. Maybe sensing the W in the chat and just trying for a shot. But no, it's going to be Versal. And a great grab, snag, and clear. That said, it does bounce into the top pocket, so not going to stick on that side too long. And just going for another one. Now the opposite pocket. So Salvo eyeing the goal. Going to be tough because the stack was in the area. W, Andy. Ba-dum. All right, so anyways, going to be taken back here by Bob and actually right back by Sid. Gets the disc and maybe has an opportune shot. Let's see. Nope, off that barrier. And then back to the bow. Tie, that is. Now Cakester, the grab, sending it to the nest, and Neon Phoenix. And they are pressing ahead by 15. Yeah, unlucky crash. I would think with this amount of time, they probably... Well, actually, no. Vortex already expended their tech timeout regardless. I was going to say, with the time on the clock anyway, probably not wise it would take a tech timeout even if they did have it. But that said, Salvo's back pretty quickly, and there you go. So, Sid with the disc now, going to send it over to Albino Paper. Albino has Phoenix cutting across. Doesn't need Phoenix. Maybe they did. They'll still have a rebound, so that's going to be just as well. I mean, they're up by a good amount, so it's not as if they have to rush too much at this point. Losing the disc, though, and taking it back is Shane. Shane will have a clear lane. And now the boost. Some punches there being thrown. Heatwave in great position, though, to close this one out in round 2 and force that third round after all. This has just been a absolute resounding kind of, I guess, just show of force. Showing that, yeah, round 1 didn't mean nothing. They wiped it off, and they got themselves a hugely successful round 2. So now top of the wedge, Neon Phoenix here trying to get some scores going on just to end the round and take something back with them into the next 10 minutes, but looking like it will just be taken back by Vortex perhaps. They've been speedy, they've been swarming on the defense. And but Heatwave is just, they've been swarming on the offense. And doing some dancing at the bow tie at that. Why not? Why not? All right, so 15 Heatwave. It's a tie-up on the series, that is. 1-1. But yeah, huge change of pace and momentum. And that's going to be much to the favor of Heatwave. All right, so moving on to the score screen, and give me just a moment because I got to take a quick drink of my favorite non-sponsored beverage of choice. You know the one. Listen to this. Yeah. Putting some pep in my step. You see, they really should sponsor me. Come on, that's a great slogan. One moment. Yes. Saluna. Yes. So anyway. What a return round from Heatwave. Look at that. 15-0 in that second. Vortex playing a really strong first round. It was 7 from Salvo and 2 from Versal. He had 5 saves from Bob Kerman and then 3 assists and 2 saves from Shane. So those are still some pretty nice stats. But then you look at Heatwave's side and just a full force across multiple stat lines. I mean, a lot of assists, a lot of points. Steal. Everyone putting a lot of stats on the board there to really change the tide of this entire match. So round 3, it's all up in the air who's it's going to go to. Obviously, momentum is heavily on the side of Heatwave, but as we saw, you know, that was the case for Vortex. They were heavily in control in round 1, and then the next round just came down on them. Again, though, Cakester actually opening round 3 the same way they opened up round 2 with that quick Cakester goal. So, side of Heatwave heating up, Cakester definitely heating up. But that said, of course, shout out to our great actual sponsors in Pro2 VR and VR Cover, Fixed Gaming Rebuffed Reality, VRware.net. Always got to be aware of that, and you can bet they're always here supporting the community and providing a lot of great opportunity. Now, that said, at the bottom of the floor, Sid will get that disc back, but a good grab here from Versal in the mid lane. They really need to find themselves a goal sooner or later, ideally sooner, lest they just allow Heatwave to continue blazing hot. So with the stacks, the boosts, not really any regrabs, but just enough speed at the very least to get the disc back for a moment. Unfortunately, they do sling it to Albino Paper, so recovering that and now spacing out the floor. You can see everyone spaced pretty well. Neon Phoenix right around, but has it stolen out by Bob on the dive, and Bob has been impressing over and over. Really good defensive hands, whether in the goal or on the dives or in the midfield. Bob's often in the right place. Now that disc a little bit off the right place, but Versal's there, getting stunned by Cakester. Let's see, Mr. Flamin giving us a follow. Why, thank you. But right now it's Sid trying to follow that shot. Unfortunately, Bob Kerman, ever so assuredly able to grab that disc. Not a problem. Neon Phoenix left behind a bit, trying for some passes maybe to Salvo. Salvo going for a clear here, and then bouncing a few different times as it sails into the orange zone. 8 minutes left in round 3. First 2 points going to Heatwave, and that was right off of that first joust, not too long after. So getting stuck a little bit here with some back and forth, not too much happening. But the handoff, quite nice. So hats off for that. You know how I love my passes. But not getting past the defense of Salvo. Just rolling out and now tapping out there for Heatwave. Getting it to Sid. Sid dishing it deep into the bubble. Maybe a little bit rushed. Had a lot of teammates nearby, but unable to get that through. Fortunately, Cakester is there for a rebound, but less fortunately, there is a Versal with that clear. So for the side of Vortex, they need to get some of that speed together, perhaps. Gather those stacks and just try not to get too caught out. Because at the moment, Heatwave is, even though maybe they've slowed down a little bit compared to that second round, you can't let this go on for too long if you're Vortex. Because the more and more time expires, and especially considering, they've been held scoreless for a while now, as a shot just goes off, but rebounded, and Neon's gonna get that. Less than 7 minutes left, and there's a second score. But yeah, just got to be careful, because the longer and longer it goes scoreless, the more and more you're thinking about it, right? So I know it's almost a paradox. What do? You don't want to think of the fact that it's been tough to score, but at the same time, you can't help it. Either way, though, just trying to find some plays and pick up some more of that steam that they found earlier on and had since lost. The disc is lost here, so taking that disc is Versal. Just going for a little bit of a fake, trying to find a teammate, but a bit strong on that throw. So the right idea, just the execution not quite there. And at the moment, that shot is going to be off and taken here by Bob. So good job, at least from Vortex, to get back very, very quickly, not even allowing Heatwave to get anywhere near there. Now the pass going to Shane. Shane having it snagged by Cakester, though, and Cakester getting it lost off that Geo. Now it's going to take a few bounces. The goal is open, but the punches stopping the stacks a bit there at the very least, and it's going to go to the opposite end once more. So if there's something positive that Vortex needs to try and build on, is the fact that they are really getting that disc knocked loose, and they're sending it into the other end of the floor there several times now. No scores yet, but still the right ideas. But at the moment, it's Sid with an even better idea for Heatwave, saying, I'm just going to take 2 more, pick it off, and get 6 points. And speaking of picking off, it looks like the server picking out one more player from Vortex again. That is just super unfortunate. Man, like I said, try not to dwell on it, but I feel bad. This has been a recurring theme the last few days, more so than usual, and all I can say is dang, because it really does sting. Nonetheless, a shot is going to be made here from Heatwave, taking advantage of the 4v3 situation, which they need to do. I mean, you play on if you're the other team, but it's still rough. I feel for them, I do. Not sure if that was the same person every time crashing or not, but nonetheless, over here is going to be just past the hands of a few different players, taken, and Cakester going to roll it up the floor. 8 points for Heatwave now in this third round. Definitely led strongly by Cakester, but really a lot of the players here from Heatwave doing some good things. Phoenix, definitely one of them. Phoenix has been showing some excellent disc control, some just heady plays, the passing, really eyeing the teammates, but down by a player now is Vortex in the goal, just trying to do their best to maneuver around and scramble to defend, and actually that they do. So Salvo, some nice salvage on the defense, able to get that, but Cakes are just taking that light boost, and it's going to be just enough perhaps to get there right on time for the stun. So player rejoining, Versal back in the game. And at the very least, oh no, that shot almost. See, I told you, they're sensing Andy in the chat there. Anytime you have W's, you know you have some clouds to aim for. But over there, it's Albino. And getting it lost now to the bottom pocket and taken back by Cakester. So right back up high, Sid gonna take that over. It has Albino paper. You can see Albino even calling for the disc, kind of flaring the fist there. But not getting a pass, saying, no, mine. Cakester here, though. Gonna find Sid on the bottom boots and taking it out. Bob Kerman hold on, lost it though. Tough on the disconnected controllers, it seems. So instead, controlling the disc, controlling the pass, but not wrangling in the shot. Still got to give big props there, though, on the defense from Vortex. They can't really find the points, but they can certainly stop several of Heatwave's, making it very, very tough. I mean, Heatwave has to work hard for a lot of these scores, and that's definitely props to Vortex for that. But still yet, it's going to be slung out here to the side of the bubble. Salvo taking it 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this match. And with the second by second ticking off, you know, a shot desperately needed for Vortex. Now on the bottom of the floor there, albino paper just gonna send that away. Salvo is in the right place though with one duck, with two ducks. Could he go for the shot? No, but they'll still get it up on the sky, and now rebounded shot not found, unfortunately, but another attempt here, third attempt from Bob. Bob's been great on the defense. Can they get the offense? We'll go right back to Bob, down the middle and up to the top. Shot drops and Vortex on the board. Courtesy Bob Kerman. Bob the anchor, man. He's an anchor on defense. He's anchoring off the barrier. And I'm sure he's a little bit angry at this situation unfolding, but they're going to try and come back if they can. 1 minute, 33 seconds. Going to be super tough, but we've seen stranger things at times, so let's see. They can act with some aggression and some quickness. It's not going to be over yet. So there it is, a turnover, exactly what they needed. Now they need to act pretty quickly if they want to come back. It's Salvo, just going to look for an angle. Does find Salvo here, finds Shane. Shane with a disc, the shot, but just missed, and they needed that badly. So very tough on that miss. They're still going to get it back, but not a lot of time. Wasting precious seconds, but you know what? This second attempts will get them the goal. So it's 8-4. Vortex finding another score. The question is, though, do they expend too much time, you know, collecting those rebounds? That's the question. There is still mathematical time, as we love to say here in the league, but definitely that 3-point miss was would have been huge. That said, quick turnover here, they'll still be in it. So there it is, quick turnover. Now they need to get to the other side of the floor fast. So they let loose the clear, but they need to look for their stacks or a leech or something, because there is one in the goal. They need to get into that goal and bother him, but now with that stun, that will just about do it indeed. So big stun, and Sid now getting a clear. There's the stacks, maybe one more off that post. Gonna be taken by Neon Phoenix, and Phoenix driving right on in with a winding dunk. And 10-4, it will be a Heatwave victory in round 3. So going into the score screen there, just great job from Heatwave, reverse sweeping after losing by those 7 points in the first round, and just had a much more dominant second round. The third round, very contested. It was still kept pretty close, only a 6-point differential. Vortex did a great job on defense, really forcing Heatwave to constantly attack the goal and, you know, take multiple attempts before they actually found it. So, you know, they had some good things working for them. I mean, look at it. The defensive numbers here on the side of blue team of Vortex. I mean, they've got, you know, plenty of steals. They've got plenty of saves. So it's just, you know, just a matter of finding the attempts on the other side. The possession time, you know, favoring by 20%, favoring Heatwave, 60-40 there. So those are the kind of difference makers that you see result in the victories more often than not. Is just when teams can take multiple attempts because of, you know, not able to get the clears or get the boost fast enough to recover discs. So things like that. But still, very fun game and a very admirable effort there from Vortex. They'll have 2 points, 4 assists, 2 saves, 13 stuns to Shane. Bob Kerman with 2 points, 7 very nice saves, 3 steals, 10 stuns. Salvo with 7 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 3 steals, and 54 strong, dominant, in fact, stuns. Well above of the rest, and by a huge margin. Only one who comes close is Cakeser with 27 on Heatwave. But otherwise, I mean, you know, five times the amount of, 4 or 5 of these other players. So big stun numbers. Verso with 2 points there and 16 stuns, and those unfortunate crashes, which, again, feel for, but kudos to them for just doing their best and playing through it. For Heatwave, big plays from Cakester, obviously. With 9 points, 3 assists, 1 save, 2 steals, 27 stuns. Sid, 4 points, 2 saves, 2 steals, 11 stuns. Neon Phoenix with 14 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 12 stuns. And then Albino Paper with 2 points, 4 assists, 3 saves, and 1 steal and 34 stuns. So a lot of big numbers across the board there for them as well. My only regrets is that I didn't have Sydney Veyu in the chat and in the game, so I could actually pronounce the name right this time. Got it wrong when I streamed them before, weeks ago. But yeah. All right, so that'll do it for this match. We've got some more coming up pretty soon, which is to say in about, let's see, 17 minutes. Yeah, so on this channel, VRML Channel 2, in another 17 minutes, we'll have Iron Legends versus Full Metal Jackets. Over on Channel 1, we'll have the Midnights versus Phoenix. So a different Phoenix, not the player in here, but the team Phoenix. Playing against the Midnights. That's on Channel 1, casted by Andy W. and Rox Titan. And so much for subtlety on the cameras. So glad to see both of them, all 3 of them, getting involved here on the streams tonight. And a lot of good stuff ahead. So with that said, just for the sake of organization and you know, making the VODs a little bit nice and neat, I will end this stream, and I'll be back here on this channel, on both channels, in another 5 to 10 minutes. So thank you for joining, and join us again very, very soon.